Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back to Felsbrunn. I've got the plowing done on the field. I did manage to get those last little bits and pieces that were giving me trouble, which is good news. So it's time to do some seeding. I do still need to spread the lime. So we'll do that here quickly as well. The line won't take long. So, while I'm doing that, in other news, I've been talking to another farmer in another country, and he's got a really nice farm to sell. And I've been thinking about moving. He's not quite ready. He's not quite ready for the move yet. He needs a little more time to wrap some things up. And we just did all this work on the field. And personally, I would like to get at least one last harvest off of this farm. So we will do that in the next episode or two. And then we are going to be packing up our tractors and moving to Fenton Forest. It's going to cost us a little bit of money to move the equipment. I got a quote for $25,000 to move the harvester and my 3 tractors. We might be able to convince the guy to squeeze on a few other pieces of equipment as well, but for the most part, we're just going to be moving the tractors and the harvester, and we'll sell the land and the buildings. I'll also be selling the cows. The cows are not quite up to the journey. So we will sell the cows that we have now to another farmer in the Felsbrunn area. He'll take good care of them. And we'll get new animals when we get to Fenton Forest. The nice thing about that farm is it already has facilities for all of the different types of animals. So we can do cows, pigs, chickens, sheep, horses, any and all of those. And the farm includes facilities to do all that stuff. And it's got some nice big fields as well. But we have done a lot of work here to prepare this field, so it's good that we've got an opportunity to at least get one big harvest done before we pick up and move. All right. Roleplay session's over. So I need to spread the lime here, and then we'll get the T8 hooked up to the seeder, and we'll use courseplay to do the seeding. But if you've seen my courseplay demonstration video that I recently did, you no doubt realize that there are a few bugs still with courseplay, which is to be expected. I know that they've had to rewrite quite a bit of it to get it to work with FS19. I guess a lot of things have changed in, what do they call it? Well, I don't know if it's an API, but anyway, a lot of the code has changed, and it's not so easy just to convert some of these scripted mods from 17 to 19. So it'll be worth the wait, I'm sure. But the reason I bring that up is because I will say that after I do this field, I think that's probably the last that I'm going to use courseplay until it's finally released. I just want to avoid any kind of major bugs or getting a corrupted save game or anything like that. You never know what might happen. Plus, I think it doesn't really do them a great service for me to be using it when they've clearly stated that it's not ready, and showing bugs and things like that. that they're still in the process of fixing. But from what I can tell, just doing a simple fieldwork job should work fairly well. Where I've seen problems with it is with the refilling courses, like we saw when I was trying to seed with the potatoes. That part of it's not working so great. Some of the combine stuff is still a little finicky, so we'll give them some more time to work on that. But I can promise you that once Course Play is officially released and fully functional, I'm going to be hitting it pretty hard. Because I really enjoy using it. I do like I like doing some of the field work from time to time, but I really enjoy doing more farm management kind of stuff, more so than doing all the actual work on the farm. So that's one thing that I like about Course Play, is it gives you the option to do more management and less of actually driving the tractors around. Actually, let me get here. I'm trying to get a couple passes around the outside of the field so that I can get the seeding started while I finish putting down lime on the inside parts of the field, if that makes sense. And I know I'm overlapping a ton here, so I'm not doing the best job of it. Okay, now let me get a couple passes on the southern section, and then we can start the T8 going around. I'll have it do 2 headlands and then start going up and down the field. I'll have it circle around this island where the power pole is. Now, one thing about Fenton that I'm not sure of is I don't know. I'll have to check it again. I don't recall how amenable it is to expanding. Oh, cripes. How amenable it is to expanding fields. I feel like I'm getting worse. When I first started using the Xbox controller for this game, there was a bit of a learning curve, and I was having trouble with it. And then I started getting proficient, and now I feel like I'm getting worse again. I don't know if that's possible, that you get better at something and then you get worse at it with more practice. Maybe that means you shouldn't be doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, and I got some up here too. I think I might run out. Oh, you know what? Isn't there a lime station over here? Where's the lime station on this map? Oh, it's way the heck over there. Isn't there one on this side? Is that only gas? I thought there was lime on this side of the map. Maybe I'm just imagining things. There doesn't seem to be anything here. One thing funny I noticed about the sound is that when you're running on concrete, those footsteps sounds like you're wearing some nice Italian loafers or something. It's a very dainty footfall that you get when you're on paved ground. Not what I would expect from a farmer who's wearing work boots. Oh, okay. I did that part. Good. Reminds me of that skit, Petite Feet, from Tim and Eric's awesome show. I'm not going to sing it for you. Okay. So let me get out of the... Well, let's just... Yeah, I'll get out of the way now. We'll bring the other tractor over, get it started, and then we'll go and finish what we were doing. Okay. Cedar is... Oh, yeah, it's way back there. And I think it's full. Yep. And we're doing soybeans as usual. The people of Felsbrunn have a insatiable appetite for soy, apparently. All right. So, yeah, we're already in the right mode. So we're in fertilizing seed mode. Let's generate a course. I'm going to take field 11. Let's do 2 headlands clockwise. I'm not sure what those options do. I'll have to investigate at some point. Bypass islands. I want to do circle. Let's see what it gives us. Oh, it gave me 3 headlands. I only want 2. All right. Looks good to me. Let's go. All right, so we'll let him go to work while we go refill on lime. So when we get to the new farm, or actually before we get to the new farm, let me know what kind of animals you'd like to start with. Oh, where am I going? I think that because we have the facilities to do all the animals, I think I probably will do all of the animals. In fact, the guy that I'm buying the farm from still has, he doesn't have any animals on the farm now, but he still has some food and some stuff in the silos. He said he's going to leave that there for me. So we will be able to, we will have enough to get started with any and all animals that we choose. I think I'd like to do some horses, but I'm going to use the horse helper mod so that I don't have to train them myself. I haven't tested it yet, but at least not in a live game. But what the mod does is, well, it's getting pretty slow over here. The mod essentially rides and cleans the horses. You know, it's like you hire somebody to work in your stable. So they exercise the horses. They clean them. You have to pay them. I think it's $300 per horse per day for that service, and they take care of it for you, and you just enjoy having healthy, well-trained horses. Does this whole field need... No, this field doesn't need lime, does it? No, it doesn't. Just the newly plowed parts. I just wanted to double check. Okay, so we'll get this, and then after this, I think we only need to do this strip in the middle. Let me just double check that we've got all of this. All right, looks like there's a couple small spots that I missed. Hope you guys aren't getting motion sick from the way I'm driving around here. I'm noticing a slight choppiness, or like a loss in frame rate on my video right now. And I don't know if it's Courseplay that's doing that, or, you know, I am uploading a video as we speak on this same machine, so maybe that has something to do with it. You know, but I've always assumed that that's a fairly low-key task to do in the background. You know, I'm sure my upload speed is limiting how how much it's able to tax my system here. But it might be Courseplay doing its thing. Okay. Actually, let me get this spot here, and then we'll go back down, and then we will be done with the lime. Now, I was initially planning to feed the cows, but since we're going to be selling those cows to a local farmer, I think I'm not going to give them any more food. And what I'll do is I'll just sell the bales that I have left. I want to try to squeeze as many euros out of this farm as possible before we leave, so that we've got plenty of capital available to get started in the new place. Okay, that does it. Now, look, this guy's just finishing the first pass around the field. And he's doing it at 15 kph, which I think we had noted before is slower than it could be going. And I'm not quite sure why that is. I think that this implement should be able to go 17. Let's take a look here at the specs. 18. It should be able to go 18 kph. So we're going about 20% slower than we could be. And I didn't see anything in the settings. You know, if I do maximum speed, that doesn't make any difference. Changing turn speed doesn't do anything. You know, there's no option here for working speed. At least not that I can see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's causing that. Maybe I should report that to the course play guys in case they're not already aware of it. Of course, here it's going slow because we're going up a hill, but otherwise it is going a bit more slowly. Well, anyway, I'll let it finish. Actually, let me save this course in case I need to do this over multiple sessions. You know, if I have to save the game and come back and finish this later, that way I'll be able to reload it. Okay, well, I'll just let it go. I'll try not to pay too much attention to it, otherwise the low working speed is going to start to make me feel a little bit stressed. So we'll just busy ourselves with other things. Okay. So for one thing, this tractor needs to be washed. We can definitely see that that's the case. So let's get this washed and do the repairs on it. And then I think we'll sell... No. I was going to say we'll sell the milk, but I think we should wait until we sell the cows. Otherwise, I'll just have to sell milk again. So maybe what we could do while the seeding is taking place is we can start to sell some of the equipment that's not going to be making the move with us. Which, as I mentioned before, is pretty much everything except for the tractors. But as we go through it, we might decide to keep something. Well, and I'm keeping the harvester too, obviously, since that's brand new. All right, so let's park the spreader. At least for now. I think this is probably going to be one of the things that we sell. Okay, so let's take a look at the cows. We've got 28 cows. Yeah, they're almost out of food. We've got... Well, not almost out of food. I think we've got, that's like another 2 days worth. We do need to clean their pen. So why don't we just wait? We'll wait on the cows. We'll wait until it's towards the end to sell those, and then we'll sell however much milk we have. I think my front loader's over here. Yep. Now these round bales, I'm probably not going to bother selling those since I don't have the equipment to move them. What just happened? Oh, there we go. Although the silage bales, it might be worth, even if I just pick up 2 at a time with the bale forks. And then driving them over there 2 by 2, it might be worth the trouble, since the silage bales are worth a decent amount of money. And I didn't pick up anything. Which I don't quite understand, because it's clearly on the ground. There we go. Maybe I just had the wrong angle. Okay. So those are cleaned up. How are we doing on water? Yeah, water and straw were fine. So yeah, so we'll just let those go until we're ready to leave. And we start selling everything else. So now, let's get our bale picker-upper, which I moved to this shed back here. And we'll load up those bales and take them to be sold. Now I'm guessing that I'm going to have to knock over these stacks in order to pick them up again. Oh, and I have all those round straw bales too. Yep. This could get messy. Alright, so let's start with the straw. Let's see what happens here. Okay, good. Next. Alright, so I've got this special technology that can grab a bale off the bottom of a stack. Kind of like when you pull the placemat off of a fully set dinner table and nothing moves. Okay, let's get this silage bale over here. Alright, let's have a little fun. Down they go. Did I mention how much I love realism? I think if I was going to do this the proper way, I would use my bale forks and load these onto a flatbed trailer and then tie down the straps and sell them that way. But I'm not quite that patient. Okay, 3 more. Let me go around to the other side. Okay, that's a full load. Let's go sell this. And why can't I lift that thing? I'm trying to pick up the to fold the pickup, but it doesn't want to move. Let's try it with the keyboard. Okay. So what was I doing wrong? Oh. Well, like I said, I'm getting worse with the controller instead of better. I was pushing the wrong button, even though I've done this 100 times already. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I need to go see a doctor. A neurologist. Or a psychologist. Some kind of ologist. Should be able to help me. Be as smart and as capable as I used to be when I was younger. I'm not that old. By any stretch. You know, I don't want to give away too much, but I am in my 40s. Which many would say is probably the prime of mental acuity. Well, it could be that I'm just tired. Over-caffeinated, perhaps. Okay, so we got one stack done. I think we've reached our time limit. I can do this other one myself, I suppose. Maybe I'll sell those silage bales. Let's go see how our T8 is doing. Okay, he's getting along fairly well. Let's compare his progress to the course so we can see that he's started in this corner, and you know, we're about maybe 10% done. Doing the headlands actually took a lot. You can see that the seed and fertilizer are already about halfway depleted, so that was no small task. And this field is pretty huge. I'm actually quite proud of what we've done here. To be honest, if we were going to stay on this farm with the size of this field, probably the next thing that I would do is get another tractor and another seeder, because this is a big job now. So I'm excited to see how much we get from the harvest. I'm thinking we're probably going to get 400K, maybe more. Yeah, and see, look, this is one thing I really like about course play, is that it doesn't overlap so much like the vanilla hired workers do. You can see it's going right up to the edge of where the previous pass was. So, you know, if if it would do that and also run at the speed that it could run at, it would be faster. But yeah, for some reason it doesn't want to go as fast as it could. I'm going to look in the... Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say I'm going to look through the files in the mod and see if I can figure out how it's determining what speed to run at, but I think that I could easily spend a lot of time doing that and not get anything useful done. So I'll leave that to the experts. All right. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. When we next meet, we will start harvesting the field with our ideal harvester, and we will continue the process of liquidating our assets so that you can see where we end up in terms of money once everything is sold, and then we'll transfer over to the new farm. So we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.